If you are thinking about buying the KZ ZSN Pro X earbuds, stick around because in this review, I'm going to reveal everything you need to know before you spend your hard-earned money. These earbuds promise high-fidelity sound and a cool gaming edge, but here's what surprised me. There are some hidden pitfalls and quirks that could change your mind. You might think, more drivers equal better sound, right? Well, not exactly. Let me take you deep into what makes the KZ ZSN Pro X a mixed bag and why it's not as clear-cut as it sounds. First off, who are these earbuds for? If you're a budget-conscious gamer, a music lover who craves detailed sound, or someone who loves tinkering with customizable gear, this could look like a dream come true. At just $22.99 and boasting an impressive 4.5-star rating on Amazon, it checks a lot of boxes. But just because something is cheap and flashy doesn't mean it's flawless. The KZ ZSN Pro X claims to deliver a high-end experience with its zinc alloy and resin housing design, and upgraded hybrid dual drivers, a balanced armature combined with a 10 dynamic driver. That's supposed to give you deep bass, clear mids, and sparkling highs in a neat little package. Sounds great on paper, but there's more to the story. Here's a little taste of what you're getting. The exterior is made of a zinc alloy cover paired with a resin cavity and aluminum alloy vocal cavity. This combination isn't just for aesthetics. It's designed to deliver an eye-catching, modern look that feels durable. Trust me, they do feel robust in your hand, unlike flimsy plastic earbuds that crack the moment you untangle them. Plus, the color options are pretty sharp for anyone who wants a bit of style flex while listening to music or gaming. But here's the catch. Durability isn't just about the shells. The cable, which is detachable and upgraded with a slot protection design, tries to protect the pins and extend service life, but many users report issues with cable breakage after moderate use. Unfortunately, no matter how fancy the connector looks, if you turn your earbuds into a tug-of-war rope, the fragile connection sometimes gives out prematurely. And while the good news is you can replace the cable with aftermarket options like the Yinyu cable, it still means an extra expense and inconvenience. Now about the sound. The promise here is that the hybrid setup produces balanced sound from deep, rich bass to clear mids and highs. In testing, the bass response is indeed strong and can satisfy bass heads who like their lows thumping. However, although the mids and highs are clear, they sometimes get overshadowed by that bass. The balanced armature driver helps with the mids, but when you crank up the volume, you might notice distortion creeping in, especially for vocal-heavy music. Gaming, it's a mixed bag. The earbuds isolate noise reasonably well, about 26 dB noise reduction according to the specs, but environmental sounds can still bleed in during intense sessions. Let me pause here and ask, are you willing to put up with occasional sound distortion just to save a few bucks? Hold that thought. I have more to share that could flip your decision, because not all is gloom with the KZ ZSN Pro X. Let's talk comfort and fit. This is where these earbuds try to redeem themselves. The ergonomic design and ear hooks provide secure wearing experience, which is perfect for marathon gaming or long music sessions. They are surprisingly comfortable for their price, unlike some budget earbuds that feel like you're shoving rocks in your ears. If you've ever worn cheap earbuds and had them bounce out every few steps, you'll appreciate this fit. The package even includes 3 pairs of silicone tips to find your perfect seal, and that seal is crucial for getting the best sound and noise isolation. But here's a joke for those who have struggled with earbuds that don't stay in. Why did the earbud break up with the smartphone? Because it felt too wired down. On a serious note, KZ clearly understands how important a snug fit is for both gamers and music listeners. Now, you might wonder about the user experience outside of sound and hardware. The KZ ZSN Pro X is plug-and-play with wired 3.5 connection, making it versatile for gaming PCs, mobile devices, and even music players. No Bluetooth latency, so competitive gamers can appreciate the zero-lag audio. However, the cable design, while tangle-free in theory, might not be completely tangle-proof if you toss it into a bag without care. Also, there is no inline microphone or remote controls, which is a glaring omission if you want to use this for phone calls or quick music control. Here's another fun one. Why don't earbuds ever get lost? Because they always stick in your ears. But sadly, if you're not careful with the KZ ZSN Pro X's detachable cable, the small pins can be a pain to align and connect properly after a replacement. The noise isolation does a decent job at blocking background disruption, perfect for noisy environments like public transport or offices, but don't expect total silence. It works well enough to notice details in your tunes without cranking the volume dangerously high. That said, some reviewers complain about inconsistent sound staging. The stereo separation isn't as wide as more expensive models, making some audio feel cramped or flat. Let me tease you with this. What if I told you the KZ ZSN Pro X is kind of like that friend who shows up dressed to impress but sometimes forgets their manners? That's the vibe. It looks and sounds great on casual usage, but the small quirks can sneak up and annoy heavy users. So, what does this mean for you? If you want a trendy, budget-friendly earbud that offers decent sound quality, a cool metallic look, and good comfort, the KZ ZSN Pro X checks those boxes. It's a solid entry-level performer for gamers or music lovers who prioritize bass and don't mind tweaking cables, or occasionally dealing with distortion at high volume. But if you're an audiophile seeking detailed sound, flawless audio clarity, or built-in controls, you might want to keep looking. The replaced cable inconvenience and subtle sound quality trade-offs are worth considering before making the purchase. One more joke before I wrap up. Why do earbuds make terrible secret agents? Because they always get caught in the wires. Seriously though, the detachable cable design means a longer lifespan if you're careful, or a hassle if you're not. In summary, the KZ ZSN Pro X is a respectable budget option with a mix of pros and cons. Strong bass, solid build, ergonomic comfort, decent isolation, but occasional sound distortion and cable durability issues. It's the classic value trade-off scenario where you get a lot for less, but not everything. Therefore, if you want to dip your toes into hybrid driver earbuds without breaking the bank, this pair could be a fun and stylish choice that surprises you now and then. And the best part, you can grab yours on Amazon for just under $23. I've dropped a link in the description below to help you get the best deal available. Remember, sometimes the perfect budget gear isn't about perfection, but about finding what suits your style and needs without burning a hole in your wallet. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more honest takes on popular tech. Got any questions or experiences with the KZ ZSN Pro X? Drop a comment. I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching and happy listening.